Hello, everyone. My name is Sharon Munoz, and I currently live in Sacramento, California, with my husband and our son Santiago, who will be turning 3 later this year. Sacramento is a pretty diverse city. However, that does not translate into where we worship. And because we worship with an ELCA congregation, that's the Evangelical Lutheran Church of America. I've been a part of the ELCA since I was 15. And the reason why is I was adopted by a white family, and it's where I felt at home. It's where I found faith, and so that's why I've stayed. And my husband, a former Catholic, getting married to me, he worships where I go. He enjoys it. He says it reminds him of the Catholic Church a lot, minus the shame. So, but he also feels at home within an ELCA church. And it's actually where I've also decided to pursue pastoral ministry. That's something that I will be starting a little bit later this year, where I will be entering the process to become ordained as a pastor of Word and Sacrament. And yeah, so as I go through that, I'm finishing up my last year at Fuller as well. I have this quarter and a summer quarter left, and I'm really looking forward to finishing and getting to put everything that I've learned more into practice. The other thing too is I'm also an intern or an apprentice for this church, because as part of the MDiv program, we're supposed to fulfill an apprenticeship in case we're kind of missing on ministry experience. And for me, even though I was a youth director prior to having my son, I really wanted to get to know the ins and outs of pastoral ministry and discern if it was for me. And so I've had that opportunity here at this church. It is, like I said, predominantly white. They're also mostly made up of retired professionals. So myself, my husband, and our son were the youngest, and the next person in terms of age is about 70. And so it's been really interesting. I don't mind it personally. I actually do enjoy the traditional setting, the traditional worship setting, where it's hymns and then it's the reciting back. If they're reading Psalms, every other line is recited back by the congregation. I do enjoy that. I've actually grown to appreciate it more than ever. But before in the past, I would participate in worship spaces where there was a contemporary service, and I still enjoy contemporary service. It's actually something that I do miss. And maybe when I'm a pastor, that's something that I could push for, not to step away, but to create a contemporary service within the ELCA church, depending on where I'm called to. I've seen it done before. I have mentors and colleagues. I do apologize if you can hear my son. He's looking at his raspberries. But I have seen it accomplished before where a contemporary service is launched and it's successful and it stays. And the people like the music and they enjoy the message and they enjoy everything about it. So maybe when I get into those shoes, that is something that I will be able to also accomplish. But until then, I help with planning the worship services, and I also get to preach once a month, and that is within the traditional setting. I just don't do communion or baptisms or anything like that. I follow along the service, and then I get to preach. And the thing is I've never had to preach for more than 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you kind of start to lose people. And maybe that's an ELCA thing. I don't know if that's anywhere else, but that's something that, I've noticed some ELCA pastors kind of make a joke that they start losing people after 10 minutes, and then like they better be getting off the pulpit if they're making it to 12 minutes. But anyways, my perceptions of worship and preaching, well, with the traditional, it's something that I've grown to enjoy and appreciate, but I do think that it's it's missing something. I think a contemporary service is important for all age groups. I do see the importance of a traditional service. I don't think it's something that has to go away completely, but I think there definitely needs to be some changes if a younger if a younger community is to ever feel comfortable worshiping. And so, yeah, I guess that's something that I hope to work on in this class. I mean, this is a preaching class, and I don't want to be so bogged down by the expectations of an older congregation that I then lose sense of what other people might need from a message or from a worship service. And yeah, ever since I started interning at this church, I've realized that I've actually struggled to find my voice, and that has a lot to do with being Latina. It's like ingrained in the children of Latino communities that we must defer to the older people because they're wiser and what they say goes. And so finding my voice has been something that I've struggled with. It's something I still get really nervous about, and I have welcomed the challenge of being able to preach, but deep down inside, I'm terrified of it. And that's something that I hope to work on and just gain more confidence, not only in what I've been taught at Fuller, but also just gain more confidence in what God is leading me to say. And yeah, because I think there's importance in continuing to share the gospel and doing that so that it connects to all age groups. Yeah, that's something I'm passionate about. So I look forward to this class, and I look forward to meeting everyone else. So thank you.